Alright, welcome back everyone. Let's continue. Let's play of Blackstone Chronicles.
It's just an ordinary box. I don't know why that woman insists on calling it a casket.
So last time I infected myself
looks the same as all the others.
with something when I was possessed.
It's just an ordinary box.
Looking at the box doesn't help. Basically, I just have to wait till the symptoms start showing up. But let's try and move quickly here. I don't know exactly how much time I have. And I don't know if it's clocked time or if it's maybe the number of
You're
swings.
shivering, Oliver. That must be the first symptom of the biotoxin making its appearance.
So shivering. Well, first I have to find out exactly what the symptoms are. We'll find that out for a little bit. Oh shoot, this isn't right. That's the
It's
men's wing.
locked.
Can at least return the handkerchief to Vi. Maybe she can help us out. For a second I thought I had to go to Lorena's room or something. Or Meryl's room, sorry.
You are a loyal friend. My thanks for returning to me that which was stolen.
One of the poisons has entered my body and I need to counteract it.
Sir George had another box in which he kept the antidotes, but alas, I do not know where he kept it.
It's beautiful work.
She also wanted a pen and ink, that's right.
Thank you. But I still lack a pen.
Wait, don't I have it? Huh, I must have forgotten to grab it. Gotta go back to Meryl's room, it's in there.
Do you have a bit of a headache, Oliver? That's the second biotoxin symptom. You really should do something about that, you know.
So shivering and headaches.
It's locked.
Since Vi seems to think she's in the Middle Ages, she probably would appreciate a feather pen.
Thank you. I have a gift for you.
What is it?
I have been saving a file to saw through the window bars that I might escape on the day the King of Spain sends his soldiers. Now that I can write to Elizabeth, I will no longer need it, for I know I can rely on her clemency. Take it with my blessing. When you find your son, use it to escape this foul prison.
How might I find this file?
It is concealed in a clever panel on my bedpost. Press the crown, and you will find it inside.
Did Sir George ever speak of a special hiding place?
The prisoner next door once told me she saw our jailer emerge from a false door, but I have not seen this myself.
Aha. Game's pretty cleverly designed.
It still looks sharp, after all these years. There, that should work. This should cut through just about anything.
Makes you really feel like you're getting somewhere when you accomplish something.
You're limping, Oliver. Muscle pains. The third symptom.
So, shivering, headaches, and muscle pains. If I recall correctly, there are 4 symptoms. So it seems like we better move a little quicker here. Also, I gotta go find out what the symptoms are. Ah, shoot, I'm going the wrong way. Looks exactly the same each direction. But first, I'd like to do this before I forget about it. Come back and play with the fuse box. Place that fuse, get the freezer working again.
Doesn't budge. That got cold in a hurry.
Let's talk to Malcolm.
Yes, Oliver?
What are the symptoms?
First, you start to shiver or twitch, as if you had a fever. This is followed by muscular pain or cramps. Then nausea sets in, followed by general paralysis and death.
So it sounds like it's not snake venom.
What will I feel?
Shivering, headaches, and dizziness are the early symptoms, followed by pain in the back or limbs. When vomiting begins and the patient begins to swell up and choke, the end is near.
How will I know if that was the toxin?
It starts with chills and a fever. Then comes a severe headache and generalized pain. Fatal cases degenerate quickly into delirium and coma, usually followed by cardiac arrest.
What will happen to me?
As you might expect, shaking and chills, followed by severe headaches. Towards the end, the patient sweats profusely, then lapses into delirium, followed by death.
I must have set these traps for myself.
It is curious that you never seem to be in so much trouble that you can't get out. It's almost as if it has been managed that way.
What made me climb into that heat chamber?
The lighter has an evil all its own. You fell under its spell.
I don't believe it.
That is one of the only two logical explanations, Oliver. The other is that you yourself are going insane. Which do you prefer?
Rather not think about that at the moment. Not sure if I'm going to have time for this, but I'm going to try. If you remember, we couldn't get through the door to that little area where the locket is hanging. But now, we have a method to get through that. Open sesame!
It'd kill you in a heartbeat. More likely half a heartbeat. Now come remove the insulation from the handle.
Of course he did. So we're gonna need a source of our own insulation. Fortunately, we have some rubber sheets. Come on, how do I use it?
That won't help at all.
Am I missing something? Oh, here we go.
Smart move, lad. You'll not get very far stumbling around in the dark.
I don't want to
Leave it
actually
alone.
throw the switch, I just want to grab the locket.
Very good, Oliver. Unfortunately, the locket is an item that encourages ill-advised activities. Where are you going now? The
Here we
clock
go again.
tower to throw yourself off? The cistern to drown yourself? I don't know why you're doing this to yourself, Oliver. It really isn't necessary, you know. So it's to be electric shock
Oh,
this time.
great.
Awfully dangerous, Oliver. If it doesn't kill you outright, it will probably leave you a vegetable for life. Quite painful, too. Why can't you be more reasonable and just do as I ask?
Commencing countdown, Doctor.
Come on now, think.
90 seconds.
Quit screwing around and do something!
The minimum amount of energy necessary to trigger a convulsion is also sufficient to cause minor brain damage that results in amnesia, acute cerebral hemorrhages, and ongoing cognitive problems.
The numbers! Fix the damn numbers!
Want some kind of code.
Oh, this is big trouble.
It is
Calm
debatable
down.
whether
Cool
this
it.
brain
Your
damage
readings
results
are
from the
going off the
convulsion
chart.
or the passage of the electricity itself. My research suggests that electricity is the culprit, and that even subconvulsive doses cause constriction of the arteries, arterioles, and capillaries, as well as metabolic changes in the brain chemistry.
I don't like the sound of that. 666? That never works.
1 minute till shock, Doctor.
I favor bilateral placement of the electrodes. which ensures that current travels a longer path through the brain and leads to convulsions of greater intensity and length. There are, however, those who believe the electrodes should be placed on the same side of the skull.
Who thought this was a good idea?
Yes, Oliver?
He's no help.
Don't just sit there.
Who would have thought something so small could have caused so much harm?
30 seconds.
Electrical burns resulting from the conversion of electrical energy into heat are generally severe, destructive, and disfiguring.
There's just nothing else I can do.
Oh man, this is bad.
Death from electrical shock usually results from ventricular fibrillation, central respiratory arrest, or asphyxia from tetanic respiratory muscle contractions.
Ten seconds till shock.
Damn it! You're not gonna make it! There's not enough time!
5 seconds.
Brace yourself!
3, 2, 1.
Here it comes!
Good night.
Well, that was rather anticlimactic. I was hoping for a scream or something.
Very good, Oliver. Unfortunately, where are you going now?
Okay, so the trick to this one
Commencing
is
countdown,
you have
Doctor.
to use this compact. If you remember the clues that were dropped by Jack in the case, you have to look behind you, and it looks like it says 851.
Come on now.
So if I set
think.
the machine to that number, it should achieve full resonance, and it will cause the machine to short out. So
90
let's quickly do
seconds.
that.
The minimum amount of energy necessary to trigger a convulsion is also sufficient to cause minor brain damage.
That's not
It
it.
results in amnesia,
What the hell?
acute cerebral hemorrhage.
Oh,
and
that's right, it's
ongoing
backwards, because it's in a
cognitive
mirror. Okay, so it should be 158.
The numbers fixed.
For a minute there, I was like, what's going on? What? Oh, was it 128? Okay, this should work. I hope it does, because I'm out of ideas otherwise. Got it. Beautiful. Beautiful, alright.
Congratulations, Oliver. You have lived to fight another day.
No thanks to you. But unfortunately, we can't rest on our laurels just yet, because we're still infected. So we're gonna have to move quick here. No. Get the locket to Lorena. Maybe she can help us out. I keep calling her Lorena, even though her name is Meryl. Help!
Put it in the case, please.
Fine. You can't just help me right now. I gotta put it in the case.
Thank you. You cannot know what this means to me.
What did he want with it?
It was engraved MM, which were both his initials and mine. He took a fancy to it and decided to steal it and give it to his secret lover, that Hardwick woman.
You said you had some information.
One day, I walked into Malcolm's office just as he was pushing in a book on his bookshelf. As he did so, an entire section of the shelf swung open, and I could see into a dark room beyond.
What did it look like?
I didn't see much, but it looked like some kind of a storeroom.
What did Malcolm do?
He immediately pulled the book back into line with the others and then took me down to the ECT room. He gave me an extra dose of the shock treatment, hoping it would erase my memory.
Do you remember anything else?
He asked me about it later, but I pretended to have forgotten everything.
What was the title?
I couldn't see, but there was more than one. Then, as he took me down to the basement, he kept talking about the 4 greatest minds in medical history and what they had in common. It seemed quite important to him.
Okay. So now we've at least got a lead. I don't know if that's going to help me with the cure, but helps me find a new area, then I'm all for it.